like you make knives and you make forks because you don't have claws like a carnivore, and you make these knives and these forks so you can claw and rip and tear into flesh, showing you that you were not created to eat flesh.
When it comes to proteins that the body does need proteins and amino acids, right? But when you get proteins and amino acids from plant-based, it is not that bioavailable. When you get it from meat sources, animal-like sources, it's more bioavailable. You would have to eat on average 2 to 3 times more plant-based protein to get the same amount of protein or get the same health benefit of protein and amino acids that you would from meat or an animal product.
This brother here is apparently he's saying we need to stop drinking water. So let's see what he's talking about.
Oh, this nut. I know exactly who this is.
I do not know who this. Who is this guy? Who is this guy, real?
This the Yahki dude, or what's his name?
This guy right here?
What is something? The guy, the fruitarian dude.
Yada. Yada.
Yeah, Yada.
No, this ain't Yada. This ain't that.
No,
guy.
not Yada's. Yaka or something like that. Yaka Awakening.
That's what this is.
Is that him?
I don't know who these dudes is, man. They all got funny shaped hats and weird names.
Well, let me see, because that might be him. It might be somebody else.
All right, let's peep game.
Do not drink water. Dogs drink water. Camels drink water. Four-legged beasts drink water. Do you know in order to drink water scientifically, you will have to stand on all fours, you have to elongate your neck, and you have to lap the water with your tongue?
Is that how y'all drink water?
Last time I checked, I just drink water like this. But this is coffee.
I pour my water out into a little bowl. I pour it into a bowl. I get on all fours and I elongate my neck and drink.
Okay. All right. Well,
fuck out of here. What the fuck? Like, who the fuck drinks water like that? Like, come on, bro. He does.
Apparently, this nigga. That's probably why he don't drink water no more.
Your tongue is not even long enough and it don't have the type of muscles that other mammals have to even lap that water in. In order for you to drink water, you got to close your hands together, do this. You got to do everything.
Have any of y'all ever heard that y'all tongues weren't long enough? And under what context was it? Don't answer that. Don't answer that.
What you can do
not to
naturally
drink water. I don't
drink
know.
Water. You getting water in cups and glasses. You weren't born with cups, glasses, and bowls and none of that other shit. These are utensils that you make for you can assimilate other creatures for you can start drinking.
This nigga just said assimilate to drink water.
but wouldn't that to that what? Wouldn't the creatures would have to have bowls first for us to copy them?
I don't know. Nigga, I don't know.
So the damn lizards was out there making bowls and shit, huh?
Yeah, man. I mean, God forbid they didn't have no thumbs to create tools and to create these bowls.
Hey, yo, cocaine.
And see, this is my homie. He liked to listen to this guy, and I told him,
homie? Tell me, who is this guy, man? Why
you know who I'm talking about?
Never mind.
Yeah, he liked to listen to this.
Right.
Man, this motherfucker.
In these things, just like you make knives and you make forks because you don't have claws like a carnivore, and you make these knives and these forks so you can claw and rip and tear into flesh, showing you that you were not created to eat flesh. Same thing when it comes to water. See, you're supposed to eat water. You're supposed to chew water. You're not supposed to drink water.
Chew water?
Now let me. Well, since I am into the health and fitness thing, let's break down a few things first. When it comes to proteins that the body does need proteins and amino acids, right? But when you get proteins and amino acids from plant-based, it is not that bioavailable. When you get it from meat sources, animal-like sources, it's more bioavailable. You would have to eat on average 2 to 3 times more plant-based protein to get the same amount of protein or get the same health benefit of protein and amino acids that you would from meat or an animal product. Now, when he's talking about chewing water, he's talking about fruits that have a high water content, like cucumbers or like watermelon or something like that, which can, in return, help you to be hydrated. But that's not the only way to be hydrated. I do think the body does need some type of water, but yes, you can become hydrated from eating certain fruits. But this other stuff you're talking about, man, I don't know.
Wow.
This guy.
So that's the time we on today, huh?
Yeah,
Spitting some real elongated, knowledgeable shit. I'm on hater time. How long we doing this?
Hold on, what'd you say?
I'm on hater time. Every time you little fucker say something extra smart, I'm on hater time. Hate no more.
Well, look, man. Hey, man. This is my field of study right here: health and fitness and food and stuff like that. So I know quite a bit about it. But plant protein versus animal protein is the plant protein. I mean, animal protein is very much so better. You know what I'm saying? And not to say don't get no plant protein, because you do still need it, because now studies have shown that too much animal protein can actually lead to cancer. So you got to be careful with how much animal protein you consume, which would increase this shit called the HG1 factor, which is a human growth insulin, some shit like that, right? HG something 1. But yes, we're not supposed to overly. It's like with anything, like with medication, with like anything, you're not supposed to overdo it. It will have adverse effects. But I'll say this: just have a balanced meal. Just have a balanced fucking diet. Don't be
that
extreme.
Includes water, I imagine.
It includes water. That don't be too extreme one way. Don't be too extreme another way. Because while I believe that eating a certain way can heal you in a certain way, like eating fruits or vegetables, I do believe that it's like going up a hill, and then you get there, and then I feel better, but now I'm starting to decline because I'm not getting all of the benefits from the foods that I need. So where everybody go very extreme with veganisms and carnivorisms and this and that, you will feel better because your body don't have all that bullshit in it. Like, people will go straight from eating fried chicken to drinking Hennessy to fucking being vegan and say, "Oh man, I feel so much better." Maybe it's all the fried food and the Hennessy that you ain't taking no more, and all the BS that you eat on a day-to-day basis why you feel better. But anyway, I don't mean to go off into a tangent. This is just something I love to talk about, and I can tell you right now, this is another dude I feel like is a grifter, and this is pushing out a lot of BS, a lot of extreme polarizing stuff to grab people's attention.
Nice. Okay.
So you would say the West suffered for an overabundance of deficiencies, while the East suffered from because they tend to have lack of deficiencies over East, but we have overabundant deficiencies over West. Like, we got obesities and heart disease, stuff like this, but over East they got the lack of certain proteins and things because their diet is like really lean.
Let me tell you something about people that's in other countries. What they do that we don't do. What we do is we overconsume food. Mm-hmm. So basically we overconsume all of the worst types of foods. So that's why we have obesity. That's a one factor. And then another factor is we don't move. We're conditioned in a way where we got phones and TVs. In these other countries, these people, they go hunt for their food. They have gardens. They walk places. For the lack of what they have, they are more in tune with nature than we are. Another thing that a lot of them do, either is religious or is just their society, they do what is called fasting. You know what I'm saying? You got the Ramadan. You got the Middle East. They do a fasting, which that's also linked to reduce the risk of cancer. So people that do intermittent fasting or do some type of fasting usually have a greater health benefit than those who just consume food, and then on top of that, all the wrong type of food.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then why do the East suffer from a lack of deficiencies?
What do you mean by that?
A lot of the diseases, like you said, we got cancer and obesity over here. Because we overconsume the wrong things, but
I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
they're suffering from that because the lack of
It is. So look closer.
Speak up.
Okay.
I think they're suffering from that is because like how we have up-to-date water systems, up-to-date kind of food. And see, a lot of those countries, they get sick and stuff because they're exposed to more bacteria. They're exposed to more harsh living conditions. But not all those countries over there have that. That's something that you will have to go and visit those countries to see that they don't all live in those type of environments. A lot of them do live in pretty decent environments. It's just that a small portion of them countries do live in very, very harsh, parvish situations.
Well, I wasn't so much addressing the living conditions. It's just when you eat certain things, certain foods have you more than other foods. So their diet doesn't consist of certain things that we would eat. So, like, for example, like, they might not, like, Asia, they mostly eat a lot of rice, a lot of fish, what can it be? They don't really eat beef. So they have a lot of protein deficiencies in Asia.
Do they have a lot of protein deficiencies in Asia?
That's what I heard. I heard that, like, they suffer from lack of deficiencies, like maybe not enough iron, maybe not enough vitamin E, maybe not enough something. But we have an abundance of those things, and that's where a lot of deficiencies come from.
If you look at it on average, Americans tend to live a lot less than people in other countries, and that I wouldn't say that's necessarily food. I say it's a lot of stress too. We are.
You're doing pretty good for like the heart disease is the thing that's taking us out in America. And I don't think I think that's kind of like a thing because we talked about this before.
It's the leading cause of death.
And I don't think that's something that's particularly related to like your diet. I think it's been 80 years. You know what I'm saying? And
I think it's related to a lot of things. Like I said, stress, food, lack of exercise and movement. You got to look at these people in these other countries. These people move. They get up, they get out in the atmosphere and do things.
Yeah, I would definitely recommend keeping that heart up back with the exercise and getting that milk to beep and everything.
So when you got some nut sitting up here talking about
I forgot about
this eat this and eat that. Right. My suggestion is move more and have a balanced diet.
All right, yeah, goddamn, that's all right, goddamn. None of this has anything to do with water, but let's go.
Not drink water. Dogs drink water.
That's it. Oh, okay, cool. Well, yeah. Is that it? What else we got here?
I'll say, if anything, like, don't drink like cheaply packaged water, because like them shits sit up in warehouses for months on years, and I mean, who knows what type of plastic is getting polluted into that water, and then they serve it up at these great value. You know what I'm saying? Walmart, Sam's Club. Do your due diligence to get your water purification system. You know what I'm saying? Get your do better. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't go for the cheap shit. I'm sorry, but that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's low quality shit. Yeah. I read a story about bottled water saying like it's raised levels of estrogen in it.
Oh wow!
In some cases, you know what I'm saying.
Isn't that just? I mean, I thought that was like the difference between the types of water, like the type of like. What I'm trying to say is the spring water, right, compared to the distilled water, compared to the purified water, like, or whatever else type of ways they create water, or how they bottle water.
Yeah, I mean, as far as that shit goes, it is true. There's a difference between that, but I mean, at the end of the day, like, you got to think about like what's happening to the water.
Well, true. Well, I guess so. What I'm trying to say is. Like so for the thing that you were speaking on, like the concerns that you were speaking on, I thought that was more so a thing regarding like I said, the type of water. But you saying it's just the fact that it's been sitting up in these warehouses for God knows how long with and I'm aware of like the plastic, seeping into and finding its way to contaminate the water and everything like that. I'm aware of that, but that's not something I personally thought about, to be honest with you.
I thought they did something about that, about like reducing the PBA and the plastic so that it doesn't seep into the water.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Well,
they could tell you that.
Well, that's what they found out is that's even if it's a PBA free bottle, it's still getting in the water. Because I was like getting the eternal water or whatever, and just started just doing a little bit more research on it, and even those is still kind of bad. So now I got a filter at home, you know what I'm saying, to keep me from being exposed to a lot of plastic.
But how well do those filters work? 'Cause it's like, there's a lot of things going on in these metal pipes that's feeding you that's water.
Yeah, it really don't. it really don't get everything. Like he said, you have to get an entire system put in. You know what I'm saying? But it's a lot better than than nothing.
What about well water?
I don't know much about.
They know about well water. They know about well water.
Sauk Village runs on well water. That shit's been horrible ever since.
Yeah, no one drinks that water.
Do you do anything with that water?
You can't do shit. It dries your skin out. It'll fuck around and ruin your insides. Like, bro, well water is the worst kind of water next to. You might as well be drinking swamp water. Literally.
How do you feel about alkaline water? And the different companies that offer it. Like, what type of most of them say it's like 9.5, 9.8, 9.7, but
all right, so when you look at the ingredients of alkaline water, it usually has something in it that makes it not water, like sodium bicarbonate or something like that. That right there automatically makes that water like not good for you. You know what I'm saying? If you want to stay a little bit more hydrated, what you do is you'll take a little bit of sea salt or a little bit of Himalayan salt and put it in your water and drink it, and that helps you to stay hydrated a little bit longer, because salt in the muscles and in the body, it helps the body contain more water. So to the alkaline stuff, I guess I trust it. I guess I trust it a little bit, but not really. You know what I'm saying? Anytime I start seeing ingredients in the water other than water, I start questioning it, because what are you doing to make it alkaline?
Interesting. Okay. I think that's about. That's a good summary to this video. I would say I would just suggest whichever types of water you drink, whether it be seeped with plastic or well or swamp water. Don't elongate your neck and
get all fours.
Whatever, man. We're done here.